Welcome to Newstalk. We are with Erica Litwiller this morning with Mental Health America South Central Kansas. Today we're taking a closer look at the Outpatient Therapy Division, a key entry point for many individuals beginning their journey to better mental health. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning.
Now give us a quick overview of the Outpatient Therapy Division and what it offers.
So the Outpatient Counseling Center is oftentimes the entry point to folks who are looking for services in the mental health field. It's where all of our therapists are, broad range of specialties, broad range of educational backgrounds, etc. There is a pharmacy, there's a medication management office. So when you think about any kind of mental health care, that's really kind of a one-stop shop. You go there, you have your appointment, you get your meds, you get injections if they're called for in the treatment plan, and you can do it all under one roof.
Now, what kind of specialties do your therapists focus on? I'm sure it's a broad range.
It's a lot. It's a lot, yeah. We have certified play therapists. We have folks who specialize in music therapy, art therapy. They have the sandbox where the kids can come and play with the plastic dragons and all that sort of thing in the sand. We have specialists who specialize in things like LGBTQ, specific mental health. Obviously, marriage and family therapy is a big part of that. So you'd be hard pressed to find something that we don't have at least one therapist who utilizes.
Yeah, absolutely. Mental health, way more talked about now than in the past. What are you guys kind of seeing on your end? You know,
especially during the early parts of the pandemic, we saw massive increases in things like anxiety and depression. The thing is, that's always the most common in a population like Wichita. Those two things are always the most common issues, and certainly that proved true during the pandemic. So we're still seeing a lot of that. But we're also seeing a lot of things like substance use disorders, because people utilizing substances or addictive behaviors to try to cope with their day-to-day stressors. 80% of Wichita says that their job is their biggest stressor. And so if they're not receiving mental health care, they're going home and they're utilizing behaviors or substances that maybe are not healthy in the long term. Still a lot of kids with ADHD certainly is a thing. We're seeing situations where parents are finally now noticing and realizing this is a real thing. And what's interesting is when kids come in and get care for their ADHD, almost universally we're treating the parents as well, because parents spent so many years trying to punish that behavior out of their child. Now they finally realize, oh my goodness, this is an actual disorder. So we're also having to help the parents try to cope with the fact that they were not really handling it sustainably and healthily for many years with their children. So we see a lot of that as well. So it's across the board. But a number of things that we kind of tend to see more often, I guess.
Now, if people are watching this and think, okay, I need step one of my mental health or my kiddo's mental health, what is that? Yeah,
the easiest way, they can actually go online. We have an application to go to the counseling center online. They can fill that out. They can just call us on our phone number. They can go to Harry and Webb, which is where the counseling center is located, different from the main office. They can do any of those things, or literally they can walk in off the street and say, listen, I need to talk to someone. 20 minutes later, if we have an opening, they're talking to a therapist. Just that easy.
Amazing. Eric, thanks so much for coming on this morning.
My pleasure.
We appreciate it. All right, everyone stick around.